Hey, gun enthusiasts, fellow paracletes, and other detainees. Man, I just wanted to put this video together and I know many of us are locked down, we're on quarantine or self-quarantined at the moment, or fortunate enough just to work from home, man. Whatever your situation is, and use this opportunity to get prepared. I'm going to cover a couple of things, hopefully, that we'll all start implementing, start applying over this next 14-day period, whatever it's going to be. Man, it may even go longer than that, but good. When was the last time you got unlimited opportunity to sit at home and go and check all of your equipment? All right, prep all your bags, do an inventory of all your items that you have or should have or are missing. Man, get in an ammo allotment. Do you know how much ammo you're sitting on? For those of you that are running around like 99% of the rest of the American population, scurrying to buy ammo, which is no longer on the shelves. Man, I never thought this day would come. I log on to Lucky Gunner and some of the other sites I use, even Cheaper Than Dirt, which stocks all kinds of foreign ammo, sold out. When was the last time you would log on to Lucky Gunner and see we have no inventory in stock? Scary thought. Also, can't tell you how many folks have contacted me recently about weapons purchase. Man, you are far behind the power curve. That's another conversation for another day about getting fit for the right gun. Stop listening to the experts at your gun shop who just need to dump their inventory. All right. Then you got to get the gun that's fit to you, that works correctly for your hand, get a good solid grip, all those things, man. I could spend an hour talking about that. But man, you're behind. We've been telling you for years, get prepared, have this ammo, have this gear, have these weapons, have everything that you need on hand for when times like this occur. But unfortunately, the 10% rule applies, and 10% of the population only follows. Hopefully that's changed, and our American society and culture has changed forever, and folks are going to start to be prepared, which is exactly what they don't want you to do. Another conversation for another day. Man, use this time, get the kids, get out of the house, practice, do what you're going to do. Fellas, do not neglect spending time training with your family. Man, if your wife or girlfriend, not both at the same time, and kids do not know how to manipulate these firearms, simple things, locking the slide of the rear, loading the weapon, heck, loading magazines correctly, then you have neglected a major part of getting your team trained up and getting them prepared. So just go over loading magazines, then loading the firearm. Have a couple of things you want to work on every day. And then equipment, because you neglect that. Take the family to the range, you get them all set up, but you don't show them how to get themselves set up. So take 30 minutes, go over that. Just today, man, my girls are squared away. Just today, we went over nomenclature, assembly, disassembly, loading, unloading of the AR, all right, of that carbine. Just a refresher. Simple things, charge and handle, locking that bolt to the rear. What happens? I feed a magazine into the magazine well. That bolt face picks up that round and feeds it into the chamber. Are you going over that with them? You should be. How to simply release that bolt. What are my options and ways to release that bolt and put that weapon into battery. And then reloads. Let's go over that. And all of that can be done in dry fire, which is really what the focus of this conversation is today. While you're training with the family, hopefully you got some bug out bags. Man, those bug out bags better have food, water, and medical gear. Do not neglect the medical gear. Okay, it's critical. And while you're there, go over that with them. Do they know how to heat up or even open the MREs, which you hopefully have in your go bag? Do they know how to prepare it? Somebody taught you how to do it one day. Why don't you teach them now? Medical gear, man, just the basics. Hemorrhage control, stop the blood from leaving the body, pressure dressing, pack the wound, tourniquet application, pack the wound if necessary, pressure dressing. Focus on those three things. Time it, make a game out of it, get your gals, get your team, get your A-team trained up the way they should be, okay? Uh, those go bags, those bags that any of the gear that you have prepped. Hopefully you've got matches, square them away, compass, water straws, solar water heaters. That stuff is cheap. And again, you should have already had that weeks ago, months ago. But do they know how to use it? Water purification systems. And just, how to warm up and heat up their food, how to survive if you are not there, not always around, okay? Let's talk about gear. Get your A-team squared away on their gear placement, what works. Do you have body armor for them, for the little ones, for the wife? I'm gonna get in trouble over this. They need to know all this information. If you are not there, they should be just as squared away as you are. At least know the basics, okay? And again, I hit on it earlier, but ammo allotment. Do you have all your ammo squared away? They know where it is, where you hide your ammo? If you got it behind a combination code or lock and you've stowed that gear away, if you're not there, do they know how to access it? Hey, something that's really simple that we have on our website. It's cool, it's Gucci, it's novelty items, but man, we sell these $3, 5.56, 9 mil, or whatever rounds you're carrying. And I slap these on my ammo cans. Man, if I'm in a hurry and I call the wife, and I said, darn, grab the 5.56 or 9 mil. These are cute and they look cool on the range and everybody likes to have them. But really we're just identifying our ammo cans and our gear. She can quickly go and recover this stuff. Man, $3 may save you 3 minutes, which is critical. And all that's on the website at paracleteconsulting.org. And while you're there, man, we got some other cool swag. Hopefully you'll pick some of this gear up. But simple things like this, man, when we were in the military or wherever you came from, law enforcement, everything was marked and labeled. Why isn't it that way at home? Get some of this stuff right here. Know how much ammo you have on hand. What do you have? And in your pre-mission checks and your prep, do not neglect weapons maintenance. Gents, this would be a really good time to get those carbines out. Start locking everything down. Is everything tight? You may be surprised what you stumble across. Sling adapters, okay? Tighten it down. Optics, good to go. What about batteries? Okay, here's a gut check for you right now. You might want to write this down. Where's your backup batteries for your optics? See a lot of folks come to the range, batteries fail. Man, when it's apocalyptic and you don't have batteries, you are down hard. So if your optics are down hard, what do you need? Backup iron sights. See a lot of folks come to the range and do not have iron sights on their weapons. That's cheap. You can get that out there cheap today, man. Amazon will have it on your doorstep in 24 hours. Get some cheap Magpul sights, VTAC, whatever, man. It's whatever your flavor is, they've got it. Guess what? Now you got to get those zeroed, and you got to expend some of your ammo allotment to get that done. Take the time, get out there, co-witness your irons to your optics if they're zeroed, and then get out there and hopefully it won't take you more than 20 rounds. If you want to save time and get a quick zero, I can get a 50-yard zero at the 25 or even the 10-yard line. There's ways to do that are online and out there to help you through that. Make sure that you have backup iron sights. Lock it down, make sure everything is good and tight. While you're there, check these holsters. Man, I love G-code. Everything I run is G-code. As far as my battle belt setup is concerned, man, their stuff comes loose all the time. So get some lockdown, some tight lock. Start locking all that down. Preventative maintenance. Okay. Murphy's Law. If it's going to break right then and there where you need it. So a little preventative maintenance prior to that situation or going to the range will save you a lot of time and embarrassment. And so get that squared away. Optics, batteries, slings, mounts, everything on the gun. Check those magazines while you're at it. Are they getting wore out? Any issues? Have you had a magazine that's been a little iffy here lately? Maybe induced a couple of malfunctions? Get rid of it. It's now a training mag. Label it, mark it, put some blue tape around it so you know, or some bright orange tape. Let the girls know, hey, this is a training mag only. Get your magic marker out, right on there, training mag. And then get out here in the garage and beat the hell out of it and use it for training. But if it has let you down on the range, You need to get rid of it so it won't let you down in combat. Man, there's a big one. You have unlimited time right now to focus on your fitness, your mental health, your fitness health, and your spiritual health. Man, those are three vital things that we all need. I don't know where you stand on that as far as religion goes, but I'm going to tell you what, man, as the old saying goes, I've never met an atheist in a foxhole, and that is so, so true. Just make sure everything's right, man. Do not neglect your mental health and your fitness right now. Maybe the little ones in your house or your wife are just getting inundated with all this garbage that we see on TV, and they got a constant ticker down at the bottom underneath Fox News or whatever you're watching that says pandemic. Man, that's just social programming, mental programming, just to make sure that they keep you driven up and keep you under the thumb of this panic. Relax, turn that crap off. Probably get better news on YouTube anyway, more realistic, more accurate information. Heck, Twitter's turned into the best news source out there for real news. Turn that garbage off, get your folks out of the house, train, and do not neglect physical training, physical exercise, and PT. Hell, if it's just picking up this ball and these dumbbells and these bands and some resistance training, good, you did something that day. So every day, set a goal, and here it is, do something. Something related to mental health, fitness, spiritual, and weapons. Make sure you have all of those squared away, and you'll be way ahead of the power curve when the time comes. Try to train in the red zone. Man, we get out here in the garage, you're gonna see me do it in here in just a minute, a dry fire. Man, it's really artificial and benign. We're just standing there and we're drawing and shooting and focusing on stance, grip, side alignment on small targets, good smooth trigger control, follow through, and but none of that is related to us surviving and fighting in the red zone. Right? So get that heart rate up. Man, get out here and smoke yourself burpees, wear out old Bob right here, crush it, get your heart rate up, and then do your dry fire training. I got an app, it's called 9 Rounds, it's free. You can download it, you can set your rounds to 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, heck, whatever you want to do, whatever your workout is. Set that dude to like 9 rounds. Get out here and punch, kick, spar, burpees, squats, dumbbells, the whole routine, kettlebells. Go through about 9 reps working on punching, striking, and lifting. Punching, striking, lifting, and resistance. And then do some dry fire. Let that heart rate come down a little bit. Boom, do it again. You'll begin to see man, you're getting in some excellent high impact interval training, and now you're gonna start to see where breath control becomes an issue. Why not train where we need breath control? Because that's what we're gonna need during a gunfight. So include that, okay? Man, I'm gonna get into, that's enough on that. I wanna quickly just talk about a dry fire. Everybody, man, you have no excuse. You have unlimited time right now to get out in your garage or in your dry fire dojo or in your house, whatever the situation is, and train. We can train everything, even training in the red zone and get my heart rate up if I can do everything but replicate recoil. All right. So, man, if I can do 99% of everything that's required to fire 1 round, and everything but recoil, man, excellent. The best shooters in the world, the Grand Masters, 27 titles, all right? And these guys are still dry firing every single day. They have the passion, and they've not become weak or complacent, and they shoot tens of thousands of rounds every week, and they fire hundreds of thousands of rounds of dry fire. So if it's good enough for them, man, it's good enough for us. All right. So in your dry fire practice, first things first, every single time, always, complacency will set you up for failure, and that's when you're about to have an accident. Okay. So always unload all weapons. Point that weapon in a nice safe direction, lock that slide to the rear, drop my source of ammunition, stow it away. I'll come back to that in just a second. Visually and manually look down inside that chamber. Is it clear? It's clear. And inspect that. Let that slide go forward. I'm gonna work that slide 3 or 4 times. I know it's clear. I'm gonna point it in a safe direction and let that trigger drop. Man, once that trigger has dropped, I've rendered this nothing more than just a training aid. Trigger is depressed until I work that slide and get ready to do some efficient dry fire training. Clear it out, okay? Stow that weapon away. Next, I want you to check every single magazine. I want you to look at that feed round. It is clear, stow it away. Check all mags, clear, clear, and clear. Man, all 3 mags are clear. I do not have any live rounds in my training area. I have 2 close friends. Both told me I could share the story, and they would both go unnamed. 2 close friends. One was in military special operations. One was, trying to choose my words wisely, prior military, 11 Bravo infantry background. I'll just say government agent, law enforcement, and current SWAT guy. Been training around weapons their entire life. Had one career and all of the one career path, and every one of those involved carrying a gun for a living. Both had negligent discharges and shot themselves in the hand. Okay, so man, complacency kills. Do not ever have live ammunition around you in your dry fire training area. Don't do it. If you will follow that rule and treat every weapon as if it's loaded. Every weapon is as if it's loaded. You walk off and you come back, that gun is loaded, even if it's on your body, check it out. Treat it as if it's loaded. Keep my fingers straight and off the trigger at all times until I made the conscious decision to fire during my dry fire training. All right, man, never point the weapon. Don't get lazy. Kids come out, wife comes out, even if she's on your back. You will never point that firearm at another human being unless you have intended to do so, whether to escalate force or to take that shot. Know my target, know what's around it, know my background. I get out here, I train in my garage. My neighbor doesn't know it, but he's got a perfect steel electrical box on the side of his house. That's about the size, it's a little bit smaller than a standard IPSC steel target, and I shoot that box thousands of times a week. But I make sure my weapon is unloaded. Oh, by the way, it's at 25 yards too, so perfect that worked out. But I've never let the weapon leave the garage area. Train in this environment. Keep it safe at all times. Treat, keep, never, know. Treat, keep, never, know. Treat it as if it's loaded. Give it the respect that it's due. Treat, keep my finger straight and off the trigger until I've made a conscious decision to fire or train. Treat, keep, never, ever point the weapon at anyone or anything unless I've intended to do so. And lastly, again, know my target, know what's in my training area, know what's around me, know what's in front, beyond, and around my target. If you apply those in the dry fire, then you're going to apply those on the range or in a deadly force situation. Okay. Always start out slow, man. Just as if you're out here and just as if you want to start getting in some strikes, man, you start out slow to get a good warm-up going. I want you to do that. So we call that 7 fundamentals warm-up. 7 fundamentals warm-up. Write that down. 7 fundamentals warm-up. Quickly, it's not a fundamentals class, it's about dry fire training. Stance. Man, check your stance. And check your natural point of aim with your body mass and your delivery to the target. One little simple drill that we do on the range, if I have shooters, I'm going to check this gun again one more time. I'm going to check it consistently all day. All right, we have shooters that we'll just tell them, man, relax. Relax the whole body. They're not tense, they're not rigid, nothing. Nice and relaxed. We tell them, all right, man, just draw and point the gun at the target about 5 times. Eyes must be closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Open your eyes. Oh man, the gun, which you may not be able to see in this camera, on this video, but my sights, my front sight post is about 6 inches to the left of my point of aim. All right, as you can see here. That is not going to work. How can I fix that? I have 2 options. Every time I draw, and if I over present to the left as a right-handed shooter, I got to muscle the gun back on target. I got to draw, muscle the gun back on target. Draw, muscle the gun back on target. Draw. If this is my natural point of aim and the gun lands there every time, and I have to muscle the gun on target by driving the elbows and arms to the body or the hips, that's unnecessary work and it's slowing me down, and I do not have, I may have my sights aligned, but I don't have sight picture because those sights aren't even on my target. Those sights, which are crystal clear, by the way, are not superimposed on my target because I'm off the target or my point of aim. So what do we tell shooters to do? Man, if I'm 6 inches every time to the left, why not drop that foot 6 inches back? My right foot, my strong foot back 6 inches. Oh, cool. Now let's do that again. Draw, eyes closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open my eyes. Holy crap. The gun just lands on the target every single time. Now I line my sights. I acquire my sight picture at my point of aim, my dot, my reference point, the head, whatever I'm aiming at. And then I spend seconds, milliseconds aligning my sights, getting a good sight picture to take the shot. That will save you critical time. So in your stance, always seek to find your natural point of aim. Once you find it, I draw, I draw, I draw, I draw, I draw. Boom, there it is. Look down at your feet. Man, I've measured it. That is my interview stance. That is where the stance I want to get to, if I can, every single time. Now I draw, boom, gun just lands on target. All right, so we're always looking for ways to cheat the system, cheat the process, drawing, sighting, firing, every time. If I can do that, well, I've already saved myself some time. If I can draw and my sights land on the target, we're good. We run this drill on the range with our folks. We'll demo it where we actually can consistently stay in the A box or the scoring ring on the target or whatever we're shooting at, generally from about 7 on in with our eyes closed. Why? Because we have the same stance, the same natural point of aim on a 6-foot target. It's standing static. And draw, sight, press, guns on target, fire. We can stack rounds. Those instructors, man, they can get them in there every time. We're shooting a target consistently with effective hits with our eyes closed, only because of stance and the normal delivery of the weapon and presentation to the target every time. Well, heck, now I'll just open up my eyes, get a good sight alignment, sight picture, and I get a good, effective shot. What have I done? I've made myself more efficient and faster, all right? So, and that's how we survive a gunfight. So stance. Get out here and study your grip every time. Man, if it's dorked up, fix it. Your grip must be tight, 360 degrees of flesh around the magazine well every time. Good solid master grip. We'll take the student's hands a lot of times and we'll draw a mark right where these thumbs are touching, thumb to thumb. All right, and we'll tell them that's your grip. The seam of these thumbs are married up together, all right, and we'll ensure that that's the grip they get every time. Support hand fingers are wrapped around my strong hand and underneath the trigger guard. This is incorrect, folks, because while I'm pulling my trigger, I'm pulling with this finger as well, my support finger. It goes under the trigger housing. Good solid grip, straight to the target. Stance, grip. As I'm presenting my sights, I'm picking up my sights on the way to the target on presentation. Check this out. I don't want to draw and come in high over the target. I also don't want to come in low under the target. Check this out. We'll tell our students, hey, can't shoot, can't shoot, can't shoot, can't shoot, boom, you've lost all that critical time. Can't shoot, can't shoot, can't shoot, can't shoot, boom, I've lost all that critical time. And what are we searching for? Speed and efficiency. And I can't align my sights while I am casting to the target and my muzzle is pointed straight to the sky. There's no way I can align my sights. I also cannot align my sights when the gun's down here and I can't even look at them because I'm bowling up to the target. Draw the weapon high. Begin to present it to the target. Pick up my sight, squeeze, 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 take the shot. That's what I want to do. Even if I've got to go at that slow of a pace until it becomes right, until it becomes perfect every time. Stance, grip, sight alignment. What is sight picture? Okay, I've picked up my sights. They're flat. I've superimposed them on the target. My sights must be crystal clear, and my target should be blurry, somewhat fuzzy, if you will. Direct opposite for you red dot shooters. Man, no longer do I have a front and a rear sight that I'm going to focus on and a target. 3 things that I'm trying to focus on and get off shots in 0.5 seconds, right? Now, man, you are target focused with a red dot. Target focused with the red dot. I'm looking through my reticle, or depending upon what you wanted, on my red dot, and I'm superimposing that red dot on the target. The moment it's there, take the shot. So know the difference between the two gun systems. By the way, you red dot shooters, you need to keep going back and training with your sights as well, because you need those. Stance, grip, sight alignment, sight picture, breath control. Okay, breath control. Hopefully, you're out here getting in the red zone and driving up your heart rate, getting in the red zone. Watch what happens to my sights as I inhale and exhale and rise and fall on my front sight. I need to be able to manage that and get off good shots. Trigger control. Man, this is where we live and die, is on trigger control. So, in my opinion, it's the most important fundamental of all, because I could have everything is great, perfect stance, perfect sight alignment, sight picture, the grip is solid, and I come up on target, everything is great, and swack, and I swack that trigger. Man, that is a missed shot. Missed shot, and you're accountable for every single round that you fire. So trigger control, it's got to be nice and smooth, uninterrupted trigger squeeze straight to the rear. One of the Pat McNamara with T-Max, I love it. Even in his drill, I know what he's doing because I do it all the time. Sight, 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 squeeze, 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 sight, 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 squeeze, 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 take the shot. He is prepping that mind to talk to that trigger finger, slow down, squeeze, 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 take the shot. Man, he's shooting, multiple rounds in 0.5 seconds. So, but the trigger squeeze is smooth and it is uninterrupted, straight to the rear, constant pressure to the rear, not pushing to the left or pulling to the right for a right-handed shooter or reverse for you lefties, okay? Stance, grip, sight alignment, sight picture, breath control, trigger control. Take that shot in dry fire practice. Let that trigger drop. Let that hammer drop. Watch your front sight pose. Boom. Man, did it just drop straight down? Did it pow to the left? Is it pulling to the right? If so, that's you. And that shot is going to go where that front sight post went during that time or during that evolution of that trigger pull. So, to do that, you need to be staring intently at your front sight post. Watch it, manage it, study it, do a little lab exercise analysis of your sights. What is it doing while you're dropping that trigger in dry fire practice? That will tell you a lot about the strike of your round. It's really, it's harder to see with iron sights to the naked eye. But you put that red dot on that gun and watch what you are doing to disturb your sights and the strike of that round through your trigger squeeze. You see that? You might want to back that up and listen to that. When I put that red dot on that gun and I drop that trigger and I see that dot go whack, all right? Yes, it has something to do with the mechanics of the operation on the Glock, but ultimately it's me. Pushing ever so delicately with a little push to the left. And what I need to be doing is pulling straight to the rear, not pushing left or pulling right for a right-handed shooter. Okay? Study your trigger control. Watch your sights while you're dropping that trigger, and it will tell you so much about what you're doing wrong or right. Okay? And follow through. Everything I just described to you was follow through. Everything. Man, do not come up and draw, sight, squeeze, holster. That round did not, that iteration did not count, all right, because you did not conduct follow through. All right, so take your time. We see folks come out constantly. It takes them 3 seconds, beep. 3 seconds to get the gun out of the holster and 0.4 to put it back in. That's reversed. If you can manipulate your garment, boom, get that gun back in half a second, sub-second, why can't you do that on the draw? Let's reverse that. I want you to beep, draw, sight, squeeze, boom, take the shot, relax, conduct follow through, watch your trigger squeeze, watch your sights, study it, and be prepared to take the next shot through follow through because you were looking at your sights. Maintaining that constant grip, everything's locked on, and then what? Man, let's scan and take our weapon with us to the next potential threat, area, point of domination, dead space, whatever it may be. Come back and check this individual or target you just fired. before you put that gun back in that holster, man, check your 6. Maintain the muzzle awareness at all times. You notice I can check deep on the right by breaking my grip. Breaking my grip, check deep right, all the way on the ground behind me and underneath me. To check to the left, man, just check it. I break my grip with my support hand. Everything is great. Manipulate that garment, bring the gun back, safely drop it in the holster. If you're carrying concealed and at the appendix. All of that. That was your 7 fundamentals warm up. Man, you should spend 10 minutes on that at the most, okay? Get warmed up, get ready to start training. 7 fundamentals warm up. 7 fundamentals warm up. And focus on every stinking one of those. Took me 45 minutes to tell you about it, but it's going to take you 10 minutes to practice and get in 25 good reps. Do not neglect your draw. Practice your draw. For speed, start slow. The brain and the body will adapt. Start slow and begin building up. And I want your draws to be this relaxed. Stand by. Beep. Manipulate that garment high. Get it up as high as you possibly can. Draw high. Marry up my grip. Press, press, press. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take the shot. Charge that weapon. I conducted follow through. Holster. Do it again. About 25 reps. Ooh, we're good to go, man. Okay. Next, I just want to talk to you about some of the basic courses that we like to run, but also, dry fire drills we like to run, but also setting up your training area in your dojo. Okay, so out here in my dojo, man, I got it blended in and camouflage with everybody else and soccer balls and shoes and all this junk. Man, I got everything I need right here, okay? Instructors, man, we love to get out and run a Bianchi Cup and crush it. So what did I do? I just replicated my Bianchi Cup. I took 6-inch circles, put them in a Word document, and I colored them so my brain is still seeing exactly what those what those steel targets look like on the popper deck. And I can get out here and practice drawing and running that popper deck. Okay, had to pull 2 down, but normally I have 6 up there. The 6-inch circle with a 3x5 card, okay, following the Gabe White assessment test. There is a 6 critical, the Paraclete shooter assessment. What we do is we offer a white belt, following the jiu-jitsu belt system. We provide a white level or a white patch, all right, and then a blue level, blue patch, black, and red. Man, to get to red, brother, you got to be smoking on our times. I'd be more than happy to provide these to any of you. If you hit me up in the comments below, I'll provide this to you, our Paraclete shooter assessment drill. All right, not only is it 6 critical skills, drawing from the holster, our deadly force drill, 2 rounds, and you have to be able to hit, for our white belts, it's 3 seconds, and then the times get down to get pretty brutal. So it's 2 rounds in less than 1 second on this 6-inch black circle, and then we do hammer drills at 4 rounds in that circle. Then we do 6 to the body, which is the Gabe White drill, and then 2 to the 3x5 card. All that's conducted at the 7. We run the Eleanor. Man, you want to get humbled. So it's 3 rounds in the square box, 3-inch box, and 1 round on this 1-inch circle. By the way, that 1 round has to be in. You cannot crease the line. All right. And we'll run these, and I can get out here and practice whatever I need. Maybe I just want to expand it and work on shooting for an acceptable sight picture. So I'm just aiming at an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, but I am crushing it for speed. I'm not worried about strike of the round so much as I am getting an acceptable sight picture and engaging that piece of paper as fast and quickly as I can. And then as I back up, got everything I need. You look right there. I got a 5-yard line marker, 7-yard line marker, and then back here is my 10-yard, okay? And from back here is when I can just get in here and focus on what I need to and really get after it, okay, and train. I have to have a shot timer while I do this, okay? Okay, man, spend the $80 and get you a pro timer. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 80 minutes, 90 minutes, 100 minutes, 200 minutes, 300 minutes, 400 minutes, 500 minutes, 600 minutes, 700 minutes, 800 minutes, 900 minutes, 1000 minutes, 2000 minutes, 3000 minutes, 4000 minutes, 5000 minutes, 6000 minutes, 7000 minutes, 8000 minutes, 9000 minutes, 100 minutes, 200 minutes, 300 minutes, 400 minutes, 500 minutes, 600 minutes, 700 minutes, 800 minutes, 900 minutes, 1000 minutes, 2000 minutes, 3000 minutes, 4000 minutes, 5000 minutes, 6000 minutes, 7000 minutes, 8000 minutes, 100 minutes, 200 minutes, 300 minutes, 400 minutes, 500 minutes, 600 minutes, 700 minutes, 8000 minutes, Amazon will drop this on your doorstep in 48 hours, 80 bucks. I had one that just failed, lasted me about 15 years, okay? Records every shot. I can set up all the drills that I need to, okay? Make it happen, fellas. All right, so whatever you're gonna be working on, I'm shooting iron sights, so I've got my spectacles on. Another benefit of running a red dot is, man, I don't have to worry about that. I'm on the range and I'm shooting iron sights, I'm getting old, I can barely even see my front sight. My depth perception is good, but man, trying to acquire sight picture, I can barely even see my phone in front of my face. I cannot see my sights. And when I attempt to get a good sight picture on a target that's 10, 12 yards and beyond, I'm starting to have double vision issues. So I finally broke down after a tremendous amount of peer pressure and got the red dot. I have run the Trichcon RMR on my Glock 34, and then I'm running the Hollow Sun. I like it. It's got a larger hood. However, man, I'm experiencing some issues in the light, even on the auto setting. When I'll step out of an extremely lit situation, step outside, sometimes it's translucent. I can't even see it. So I'm having some issues there, but overall, I check it. I check my equipment before I go out, make sure it's good to go. Man, if I have to, before I leave that movie theater, man, I just pop it, I check down it, I look down the back, I make sure it's good to go, and I'm ready to walk out before I get up and leave a extremely dark situation going into an extremely lit situation. All right, so man, get out your old trusty shot timer and set it and bump this rascal up. All right, and we'll start off slow. So we'll set it at 2 seconds, 2 seconds. All right, with an instant, let me see what I have an instant time. So I'm gonna lose a few seconds on the draw because I'm manipulating this. Well, I have to do it right. So I'll bump this guy up. Instead of instant, I'll move this over to random. I'm set. What am I working on is just start off slow. Again, we did our 7 fundamentals warm up, and now I just want to start working on my draw. Everything counts. Whether you are gonna run at 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock outside the waistband holster, train for that. I recommend you train them all. Or inside the waistband, concealed and appendix. And oh, by the way, fellas, I got the double belt, I got the G-code set up, I got everything they make. Man, you don't neglect your everyday carry setup training. If you only carry like this in the battle belt, you don't carry this on duty every day, then if this is what you carry every day, then this is what you need to be training. There's times we love to get the gear on and get out there and get after it. It does have a purpose, but everyday training should be set up just like this, okay? So here I am at 10 yards. Man, we do most of our deadly force drills at the 7. If I want to meet a time standard at the 10, well then why not, at the 7. Then why not meet that time standard at the 10? Then when I get to the 7, it's like, man, this is easy. Again, raising the bar and getting your training situated to put you ahead of the power curve to win that situation. So we'll just start off slow. I'm just gonna aim it on the, I'm not even gonna aim it on the 8.5 by 11 paper. I'll aim it on one of those white poppers, 6-inch popper from the 10-yard line. Right? And all I'm working on now is garment manipulation, getting a good deep seated, that first hand, strong hand grip, clearing the garment, getting a good marrying up my grip right here, and press. And while pressing, I'm picking up my sides. So it looks something like this. Drawing deep, press, press, squeeze. Okay? Did not make that time. I know I didn't. I hold myself accountable, right? I'm still talking through it. Let's do it again. Draw, press, squeeze. Yeah, that was good. I saw a good clear side line, sight picture, sights landed on target, and I was able to take that shot. Not too aggressive, not too jerky, not adjusting my stance. The feet never ever change, okay? Hey, on the range, we will let the shooter hold his garment. That's it. Strong hand's got to be free here or here. Shooter's choice. Oh yeah, that was 1.5. So you get the point. So I'll just continue to go through that, working on my draw. Video yourself. then go back and watch that video and see, oh man, I'm sloppy, or why I'm doing something weird. Had an individual on the range just the other day, this is what he was doing. Every time. He could not make time. He could not make time because he was leaving a perfectly good stance because the brain tells us to do these goofy things. I went and stood right there and I couldn't stop his feet from moving. All right, and he was clearing at 1.4. Easy from the 10-yard line, one shot. All right, so assess yourself through video diagnostic. Hold yourself accountable to see what you're doing right and see what you're doing wrong. So 7 fundamentals warm up. Next, I want you working on your drawing, manipulating your garment, press, squeeze straight to the target, take that shot. Spend a moment, do follow through, check your work, check sights after that shot, and then you're all set. You're good to go right there, okay? 7 fundamentals warm up, and then get in about 25 reps of drawing and shooting. If you don't have a clock, you can go to your app store and you can download one, a Surefire. Surefire has a shot timer that is free on your app store. Download that, dude, set it up, and get out there and train under a time standard. Okay, lastly, you got in your 7 fundamentals warm up, you got in your drawing, presenting, side alignment, sight picture, break the shot, and follow through. Get in about 25 of those reps as well. You know what? Take off and go get in a 400-meter sprint. Come back here and do some push-ups, do some burpees, do some prisoner squats. I don't know where to get that name. Get the heart rate up. Let's work on reloads, because where do we stumble for speed? On our reloads. Very common. I recently watched an excellent video of Max Michel just talking about his reloads, right? And so as he is, gun has gone to slide lock, gun is locked to the rear, and he is talking about, as I have broken this grip, and we say this consistently, but one of the things that I like that he described is, and we always tell our students, hey, I will use my support finger under this trigger housing to cant the gun and bring, watch this grip break, bring the gun, bring the magazine release to my thumb. So many times folks are out here fishing, way out here. There's no way I can hit that. It's impossible. But I bring the gun and the mag towards me and bring the magazine release to my thumb. Boom, drop the mag, you're done. Okay? So just work on these, can't drop. Pull, can't drop. I am pulling the gun towards me. I'm canting it in the direction it needs to go anyway to get this next mag, and I'm hitting this mag release. So I pull, can't drop. Pull, can't drop. Get ready. Pull, can't drop. Oh, I missed it. That one didn't count. Do it again. Just do these over and over and over and oh, stop. Man, is that gun in the right place? Is it prepared to suck that next mag right out of my magazine pouch? It should be. Hey, if you're on the range and you've gone to slide lock and you're doing a slide lock reload and you're the shaker, stop. Just stop. You're doing it all wrong. You are not letting gravity work for you, and you are not bringing the gun here to here. You're not bringing the gun from here to here. And I use a little bit of my wrist rotation to give a little extra, not only a little momentum behind that gravity. Boom, and that mag will just fall straight out. Notice on a reload drill, my left hand is never on this gun. Never. Why? Because it needs to be going to my next source of ammunition, right? So as I bring the gun back, this hand's braking, drop speed, back on target. So it's stages of that, right? So pull, drop, break the hand grip, drop the mag, feed the mag, chamber it, back on target. Over and over and over again, okay? I'm pulling the gun to the mag release to my thumb. Once I marry it up and it's touched, drop mag, recover mag, feed mag, chamber, back on target. And I want to work on this. Just do this 1,000,000 times. Over and over and over. Over. consistently, over. And then add the presentation into it. So I'm feeding. Now I need a chamber. I'm working on getting my grip. I'm going to chamber on the way, sights aligned, take that shot. I want you to do slide lock reloads over and over and over again. That's 30 minutes of good practice for you right there. Okay, so what are we talking about? 7 fundamentals warm up, get in some PT. I want you to work on drawing and presenting for 25 to 50 reps. Do not neglect your reload drills. Get in 25 reload drills. Man, that's a great day. Excellent day. Go run another 400 meters, come back. Life is good. You had a productive day. Then get the family out here and train with the family as well. Okay? Don't neglect outside the waistband. Okay? You need to be practicing that. Incorporate that into your training as well. If you will apply dry fire training consistently to what you're doing, I promise you, you'll be a better shooter. I guarantee you, if I got on YouTube or Facebook and said I was selling a product, and I'm going to do it right now, I'm selling a product to every single one of our subscribers and fans that I guarantee you will make you a better shooter overnight. I guarantee it. Would you spend $100 for it? Would you cut me a check right now for $100? Let me process that credit card? Absolutely you would. I guarantee you this. Get on our website, contact me today. Tell me that you want to buy the secret to becoming a better shooter. And I'm going to offer it to you for free. If you'll subscribe and follow our channel and forward this video to every single person that you know. And that secret is dry fire. Dry fire. Now you got to hold yourself accountable. You got to dry fire correctly, but dry fire. All right. Listen, folks, got some weird times out there right now. Stay strong, stay dedicated. Hey, if you're full of nonsense and you're playing airsoft and Xbox all day long, man, you're not serious. I don't want to hear from you. I really don't. But if you're out there pushing it and you're training and you want to be a better shooter and you want to be a better armed citizen and you want to be the best that you can be and you're working on your physical fitness, your mental fitness, your spiritual fitness, and your firearms fitness, man, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say. I get sick and tired of hearing some of the grabassery out there and the nonsense, man. I don't even acknowledge it. You're not even on my radar. But if you truly care and you're passionate and you're a gun enthusiast and you want to be better, man, I want to hear from you. I want to get to know you. Go to our Facebook page, please, Paraclete Consulting Group. We have 2. It's a training division, and the other one's our private security company. Man, hit like, follow. Man, we have courses all the time. If you're down here in the South Texas area, check us out. Check out the website and help us get the word out. And we're trying to take what has been given to us from our previous lives and the professionals that taught us, and we're giving it to you. So, man, be safe, be strong, and be hard to kill.